It's Small Breakfast with Bobby and Lindy, 8:28. Welcome to the studio, Kirsten Landman. It's so great to have you here with us.
Cool. Thank you for having me, guys.
We chatted to you on the phone a little bit earlier this week, and you said that you were so tired. I mean, you are one of the bikers who took part in the world's most grueling race, the 2023 Dakar Rally. Have you had a little bit of a rest since we last spoke to you?
I think the adrenaline's still wearing off, but yeah, it's so good to be back home. I haven't touched a motorbike. I haven't even got through all my kits, but slowly winding down.
Sheesh, I'm glad to hear that.
For those of you who are, just in terms of context, not too familiar with motorsport and so on, you were on a motorbike in the desert for 2 weeks, 15,000 kilometers with no help at all. That's basically the crux of it.
Pretty much. It wasn't as far as 15. We ended up doing 9,000. But yeah, it's still crazy far. Long days on the bike, and it's just mind-numbing.
Oh no, it's only 9,000 k's. Why are we talking to you? That's. I mean, people do that from Durbanville every morning. You're on this bike, 9,000 k's, all these stages that you have to go through, and you've got no support, no help whatsoever. It's just you and your bike.
Yeah, so that's the class I opted to enter, and I was just saying to you guys now, if I probably had known how difficult it was going to be, I might not have done it.
And yet here you are, having completed it impressively. There was a period in which you actually stopped to help somebody. Tell us what happened there.
So it's just general rider etiquette. I would expect the same from a fellow rider. If someone crashes in front of you, or you see someone pulled over on the side, whether it's a car, truck, side by side, or a fellow biker, you stop and you see if they're okay. And Michelle and I were riding together. He's a Saudi Arabian rider, and he crashed in front of me, and there's no way I'm going to leave him behind, and I'll make sure I only leave once I knew he was okay. And that's just the general sport code within motorsport racing. It's safety first and racing next.
Do they still observe that at the front of the pack, like number one and number two?
No, the guys are great, eh?
That's amazing.
There were a lot of crashes up in the front, and the guys. So the organization's really good. So they're tracking you the whole time. So they'll see from the moment I stopped and pushed my my call for the emergency. They pick up the time, and then I've got a green button I push before I go again. So they give you your time back at the end of the day.
Oh wow!
Oh
yeah.
Wow!
So it's not like lost
great.
time. So
That's
yes,
so
you
cool.
lose time, but you get it back on your race time.
That's fantastic.
Amazing.
So riding in the Saudi Arabian desert, it has its pros and cons. Some of the cons you were telling us are it's a little bit tricky when you need to go to the bathroom. And then we asked you, well, how do you actually go to the bathroom? And you said,
I just park my bike and try and get a little bit of privacy, and off you go. It's dig a hole and make a wee, or do your business and carry on.
like a cat.
Yeah.
And it's just while there's a chopper in the sky filming this whole thing.